Hello, I'm Jen.
And I'm Desmond.
And we're here to review Love, Simon, a movie about a white suburban gay teen who lives in a nuclear family with an emotionally supportive father and a feminist mother, which makes you question, why is he having such a hard time coming out? There are about to be plentiful spoilers ahead. If you have not seen the film and you would like to see the film before seeing spoilers, please come back to this point in the video and resume.
It wasn't all that I expected it to be, but it was very sweet, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to do everything at once. It can be just like a nice, like, gay story where, like, it's simple and, like, everyone, like, is happy at the end.
For me, it was, like, kind of too normal, because I'm like, everyone is straight?
And it surprised me that, like, Simon is, like, the only gay kid is in his entire circle of friends. It's, like, actually kind of unrealistic.
And they're doing theater.
Right? Like, that's pretty gay. Something that struck me about the movie was how they made a point to, like, show how ordinary Simon is. And, like, the thing that troubles me, though, is they seem to lean, like, really far into this, like, oh, well, he's perfect, and he's totally normal, except that he's gay. And what that seemed to me to do is just to make him more appealing to, like, a like, cis straight audience of, like, oh, well, he really is just like me.
I kind of wish that Ethan had been the main character. Everyone was coming for Ethan all the time. It was like, hey, da 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 da. And, like, you know who wasn't there for Ethan? Simon. Simon was dreading being compared to Ethan.
There's this disconnect between Simon and Ethan because Ethan is much more femme. You know what I mean? I think it's like a kind of presentation of queerness that, like, tends to make people more uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And I think you can see that in Simon's distance from the only other queer person that he knows about in his school. Why do you feel that way, Simon? Is it because he's more flamboyant? Is that what's up? Like, look at that femphobia, though. There's a scene where Bram, who is Simon's pen pal, like, Simon walks in on Bram, like, hooking up with a chick at a party, and then he assumes, like, oh, well, Bram must not be gay. And then at the end, Bram, when they're like, oh, wait, you were my pen pal the whole time, he goes like, oh, yeah, you know, that night at the party, I was just really confused. And it's like, okay, well, why not embrace the fluidity of his character's sexuality and be like, well, I don't necessarily have to be just gay or straight.
Like, whoo! Nobody tells you that after you can be gay that you cannot be gay, you know?
When he's imagining kind of what Blue looks like as he's writing him the letters, you know what I mean? The person that Blue is keeps changing to be the person that he thinks is gay. It's the feeling of, like, not knowing who his pen pal is very similar to, like, when you're, like, flirting with someone and you're like, I can't tell if you're being friendly or being gay at me.
So, who do you think the audience for the movie is?
To a large degree, I guess I should say, directed at straight people. There's, like, a scene near the end of the film where Martin confronts Simon after Martin outed him. And he's like, you know, I'm so sorry, I just wanted to get their attention away from, like, me being rejected by this girl I really like. And Simon goes like, no, that's unacceptable, like, this is supposed to be for me. Like, this is supposed to be my decision and, like, my moment. And the message is, don't out your friends. That moment belongs to them.
I think there was that, but I also think the world is so full of secrets. This is my lived experience. Everyone around me was a lot queerer than, like, they were able to be openly, and so I felt really isolated.
So Simon's mom, like, actually brings this up in the script, right? Like, she has this whole conversation with him after he, you know, comes out, and there's this awkwardness where she sort of acknowledges, like, I could tell that you were hiding.
Well, that was our review of Love, Simon. Hope you loved it.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm Jen.
And I'm Desmond. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Bye.